Well, good morning everybody. 4:45 here in the UK. I've just this second finished watching the premiere episode or the pilot episode of Young Justice, and I tell you what, damn, this looks like it was taken right off from The Return of Superman, the big massive graphic novel after the events of the death of Superman, because in The Return of Superman we know that the man is still, his DNA is cloned, and from that is created Superboy via Cadmus Labs. You've got the Guardian, you've got Dr. Desmond, and there's this highly telepathical being which, if I remember from the comics, was known as Double X, but his name is not mentioned in the show. You've got the Justice League in there. It really is overwhelming, and I'm sorry, I've got to say that word because Robin keeps on going on about how people are overwhelmed, people are underwhelmed, why can't everybody just be whelmed? And I'm thinking, how can you just be whelmed? It's like Kid Flash says, what is it with you in this whelm word anyway? But no, as I say, the entire Justice League, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Captain Marvel, Red Tornado, Aquaman, Black Canary, Green Arrow, it really is overwhelming. But yeah, like I said, it seems to be taken straight off from The Return of Superman, because it starts off with you've got Robin and Batman, Aquaman and Aqualad, Flash and Kid Flash, and Green Arrow and Speedy, all fighting against evil criminals that are all ice based, which I thought was kind of strange. And no, each of the kids are saying, "Oh, today's the day," and we're thinking, what is today? What's really going on? And it's the day that they're invited, that they become Justice League members, that they get to see the Hall of Justice. But it turns out that said Hall of Justice was only like access to the gym, to the library, only certain areas that they're allowed into. And then that's when Speedy realizes, well, hang on, I thought we would begin to become, fully fledged League members. So he then sees what's really going on and suddenly just leaves. No mention of him after that. We don't know what's happened to him, we don't know what's going to happen now that he's left. At least we think he's left anyway. As the episode progresses, we find out that there's a fire at Project Cadmus, and although Batman is like raises suspicions, John Zatanna's dad, is letting the League know of another distress of which the League themselves are going to handle, whereas the fire at Project Cadmus was just the local authorities are dealing with it. But Robin, Aqualad and Kid Flash suddenly think to themselves, well, hang on, why don't we do something about it? Without the League's permission, of course. So they go off on this massive mission to see what Cadmus was all about, and it's not as rosy as they think it is. As I say, we find out this Dr. Desmond is doing some sort of experiment. He's got these little creatures known as xenomorphs, and they're so cute, but damn, they're deadly. But it really got more interesting. The story gets more interesting where they find what's known as Project KR. When they find said project, they then realise what it is, who it is, and as I say, this is for me where it sort of throws out from the Return of Superman comic book, and I thought it was well played out, really fun to watch. Fight scenes were awesome, the action sequences were amazing, yeah, brilliantly done. But as I say, wow. And again, I'm sitting here watching this episode and I'm thinking, this show is going to be kick-ass. It reminds me of watching the Justice League back in the day as well, from like early 2001, I believe it was. And you've got Justice League, Unlimited, and just watching Young Justice, it's like, obviously you've got the smaller version, the younger version, the kids. This is the kids' moment to shine. So you've got Robin, you've got Aqualad, you've got Kid Flash, and then you've got Superboy, and now you've got Miss Martian. So it really is amazing. And what I love, the other thing that I love as well, is how Aqualad refers to Aquaman as his king. it really does say something about the status between those two. Yeah, when Superman finds out that Superboy is his clone, well, he gets overwhelmed and starts to think, what's going on here? So there's no, obviously we might find out in later episodes, but in this episode we don't know how Superman or how Superboy was first cloned from Superman's DNA. According to Aqualad, it was stolen from Superman. So again, I don't know if they're going to touch on the Doomsday stuff with Superman battling Doomsday when he got killed by Doomsday. So I don't know if that's going to feature, but like I say, it's where, from my point of view, is where that story is sort of started. But yeah, honestly, really loved it. So if you've watched it, let me know what you thought of it. I cannot wait to see what the next episode brings, because I'm guessing that from now on, Young Justice, oh my god, it's going to be brilliant. So this is what we need, you know, a show like this. Yeah, it's an animated show, but I'm sorry, but this is what it also reminded me of, like watching Absolute Justice and the Justice episode from Smallville. That's pretty much what it reminded me of as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. That's what I'm going to say. So thanks for watching. I'm off to bed. I'll see you later. Good night.